Meet Bakari, the lurdusaurus. This is the newest dinosaur to our PNSO dinosaur collection. And this gentle plant-eating dinosaur lived 125 million years ago. And today, Bakari is here to show you one of the massive projects we completed here at the Rylee Ranch. Now, the lurdusaurus was about 23 to 30 feet tall. And as you can see, he was actually much bigger than this. Much bigger than the big animals. And he was like 2,000 to 5,000 kilos. And Abigail, well, she's about 900 kilos. So as you can imagine, he was much bigger than her. Now, Bakari was a giant plant-eating animal. And Abigail the cow is a giant plant-eating animal as well. Now, Abigail the cow has been destroying our forest for the last few years. So what we wanted to do is restore a lot of the plant life here and the forest. So we built 6 new sections here at the Rylee Ranch, and we're planting tons of trees inside. And as you can see, we worked with nature. And what we did here at the Rylee Ranch, well, we did a massive project. We fenced around the entire pond to give the ducks, the geese, the forest, and everything a chance to have a nice, beautiful area. Now, these large plant-eating animals, like our big animals, we wanted to keep them out of the forest so they stop destroying everything. And inside this new area, we are planting hundreds and hundreds of trees. So we're gonna make a nice area for the waterfowl, the birds, nature, and everyone here at the Rylee Ranch. And we started this project about a month and a half ago, and already in about a month and a half, the forests are rejuvenating. There's so much new plant life in here. That's the power of keeping out a cow. Now, do you remember COVID-19 when all the people left nature? Well, that's like this area that the big animals have left. It is regrowing and replenishing like crazy. And what we did, we put 6 sections like this to close off around the field so we can plant more trees. And this is one of the big fencing projects here at the Rylee Ranch. We wrapped this giant fence around the forest, add little animals and birds into there, and not let the big animals in there to destroy. Now, like Bakari, the lurdusaurus, we want to give him a really nice environment, like Eeyore. Now, we are improving this area for the big animals. And you might ask, how are we doing that? Well, we're going to start by making it safer for them. We're going to start by planting more trees. We're going to start by feeding Abigail more and giving her more hay. We're going to build them a nice big shelter over here. And we're also going to ensure that they can't go in the woods and break everything, because more trees means more wildlife, means more ducks and geese and birds and bees and plants, and that's going to be overall better here at the Rylee Ranch. And right here, this is going to be the future home of another shelter here at the Rylee Ranch for these guys and this guy and these two. Now, my friend Bakari, like the other large plant-eating animals here at the Rylee Ranch, well, they did a lot of damage to this forest over the last few years. So a big goal of us has been to fence this off. And as you can see, we've started bringing in lots more trees to fill up these areas. Plant hundreds and hundreds and hundreds more trees. Everywhere inside this forest, we're gonna fill with trees and make it lusher and thicker. So you know what? There's a little more privacy for the animals and a lot more wildlife and nature. And over in this field, we brought up a new water trough for all the big animals. And this is incredible. After a month or so of having all the big animals out of here, this entire forest is flourishing. There's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of new trees growing. And I gotta tell you, Bakari, like the other animals, is much happier. And you know who's gonna go in this forest? Well, it's gonna be a safe haven and a beautiful area for the ducks, the geese, the pigs can even go in here, the goats, once the trees grow a little better. And you know what? Even the big animals, once this forest replenishes itself, can go back in here. We just need to give it a few years to get back to life. There's a lot of mosquitoes out here. And we've had so much rain here at the Rylee Ranch, but also we're gonna go in and clean up all this dead wood because we also get a lot of forest fires around here. So we wanna make sure this area is free of dead wood. Well, Bakari, it's time for you to join the others on our shelf here at the Rylee Ranch. And thanks for joining us here at the Rylee Ranch and checking into our big renovations. And see those areas we fenced off? Little tree, new branches, new trees. There's a lot of life growing here at the Rylee Ranch. Well, this big renovation in the big animal field is complete, and I gotta tell you, it's a huge job done. And one more thing I wanna tell you, that big forest in the big animal field that's really thin, it actually looked like this other forest on the other side of our property. Do you see how dense and full this is? Yep, this is what the other forest used to look like before the Abigail came in, the llama came in, the alpaca came in. So what we're doing is we wanted to fence it off, plant so many more trees, and restore the Rylee Ranch forest. And it's really hard to see because the forest is so lush, but we're actually making little paths all through the forest so we can still travel. And Bakari, the lurdusaurus, well, he's joining us here at the Rylee Ranch with all the other PNSO dinosaurs in our collection. You guys, you sure are growing over the years. Look at all the dinosaurs watching over the farm.